My name is Ghayyoor Obaid. I was born in 1957 in Model Town, in an old house. And my earlier education is from Lahore. For a brief period of 2 years, I was away to Lawrence College and boarding school. And I went there to join Air Force. But then one day I went there, played a game of hockey, and I thought it's not for me, that discipline. So I joined instead NCA after doing my intermediate. So I joined NCA in 1975. We finished in 1981. So for a year or so I was working in Lahore. Then I wanted to go abroad, travel. So 3 years I was away to Russia, which used to be USSR at that time. And then ended up in Germany. I got married there, came back in 1985. And in 1986 I got my first client. So that's now how many years? 32 years. For the last 32 years I'm working in Lahore as independent. Recently my 2 sons, they've joined me, Khurram and Faraz. They've done their architecture from BNU and they are part of our organization. Well, the thing is that one has to stay valid in the time and the space that one is working in, and that is what is needed to formulate a philosophy. But philosophy defined as a frozen thing, I don't believe in that. It's all liquid, it keeps evolving, and it has always evolved. Again, my signature style I cannot really define because it's almost now 35 years. But you can, if you want to, you can see that there is something which is there. It's not easy to define it in physical form, but as an experience, experience of the space, you can feel it. So it will be very hard to say this is my signature style. Again, because as I mentioned regarding the concept, that it's ever evolving. So that also affects your style and everything. But because I have been trying to stay valid and also in continuation of the tradition, so there you can make out, or any serious student of architecture would make out, that this work is done by me. But if you ask me to pinpoint certain, signature window or signature skylight, it will be hard. Absolutely. I think that is one aim that should be for everybody. And I am concerned, but what I feel is that we hardly have any, solution or technology in our country that is directing it towards something meaningful. We are more living in a world of how we wish it to be rather than what we are achieving. But yes, we know, we are a generation that we have known from our childhood that everything was so sustainable, so environmentally friendly. But in today's technological world, in today's modern world, it has slipped away actually. Our younger generation is not even, doesn't even have a memory of it. So that's a big challenge. And I think but the only noble aim is what you're saying it, what you're mentioning, that it should be environmentally friendly and it should be sustainable. But how to go about it, that's a long way. Now, I think architecture is all about innovation, because it is about creating, and creation has basically outcome is innovation. But in terms of technology and in terms of modernity and in terms of going ahead with innovation, the previous question that you asked, that has always to stay ahead of all this. That it has to maintain certain amount of purpose, not innovation for its sake, but innovation for something. For what? That is important. The purpose has to be there. For the sake of it, I guess it is just a child thing. You can do it for a couple of years, 3 years, 4 years, and then you are always confronted with this question: for what?